Morning. Thank you so much for starting with us on 32 FM 94.9 Dugbe Ibadan. Welcome to Newspaper Review. It's the break at dawn belts of our programming. My name is Dele Adeyanju, and with me this morning is Olutayo.
Good morning to you, Dele. Good morning to you, dear listener. Welcome to another edition of Your Morning Tonic. I have the Guardian newspaper here, Daily Trust, Premium Times, and the Nation newspaper.
And I have with me the Daily Post, the Nigerian, the Punch newspaper, and of course the Vanguard newspaper. I take headlines from the Daily Post first. Past governors abandoned 116 water projects. Buhari's minister. Chief of Air Staff pledges support for National Research Development Foundation. COVID-19 third wave. Sanwo-Olu issues order to residents as Lagos is placed on red alert. Do not allow Buhari to censor media. Labour Union tells Nigerians. Code of Conduct Chairman Umar sues Senate. AGF assaulted victim demand halt of investigations. Research, technology, innovation necessary for local drug production. NIPRD boss Adigwe. Also, COVID-19 third wave. NAFDAC warns Nigerians against excessive consumption of onions, garlic as cure. It's fake news. Federal government denies asking Obi Kubana for loan. Also, INT'L Kabir, Southern senators preach against insecurity, division, war. Be patriotic, stop casting Nigeria in bad light. Governor Masari, I will demolish houses that harbor cultists, deal with parents, Ogun. Governor threatens. I warned Nigerians in 2015 about this evil government. Bishop Oyedepo, IGP charges Abuja women for allegedly blackmailing ex-Imo Governor Ohakim. One more, Obi Kubana. Reno Mokri reveals secret behind money rain.
Let's go to Daily Trust. Atiku Bagudu on 2023, what southern governors ought to do. Matawale, we are our own problems. Problem in the north. We are our own problem in the north. Matawale, bullets alone cannot stop bandits. Jonathan tells federal government. Bandits gunned down 13 police officers in Zamfara. Hunger, how Buhari rejected Ali Modu Sharif's millions in 2007. Bandits leader Toji releases Zamfara villagers, reunites with father. Abductors of ex-governor Darie's father arrested in Plateau. 4 cultists snapped during supremacy battle in Ogun. Pastor killed trying to separate fighting couple. In Imo, 3 or 5 suspected kidnappers set ablaze in Edo. 15 policemen, 10 bandits killed in Zamfara. Niger attacks. Let's see some more from Daily Trust. 15 policemen. I took that now. Despite 1.5 trillion naira funding, power firms still unable to deliver. Why we voted for e-transmission of results with conditions. Lawan, Nasarawa United, Pillars, win to close gap on Aqua United. 5 suspected kidnappers set ablaze in Edo. How Nigerian federal legislators can optimize legislative impact. Let's see another one.
From the Punch newspaper, Matawale condemns killing of 13 police officers in Zamfara. Command goes after Zamfara gunmen as bandits killed 13 policemen. Makinde running one-man show, mismanaging insecurity. Ibadan Monarchs. Ekiti pastor bearing same name with remanded alleged rapist cries out. IGP seeks dialogue with PSC. May abandon suit on 10,000 constables recruitment. Court fixes Igbo's 8th trial for Salah Day. Lawyer. Prepare for severe floods in September. NIHSA warns Lagos residents, calling on foreign powers to interfere in Nigeria's affairs on patriotic. Masari, 16 killed in Osun crashes. FRSC blames wrong overtaking. Also, 4 suspected Ogun cultists arrested during supremacy A supremacy clash. Federal government Ogun to remove illegal structures along railway corridors. Also, e-transmission of results. Buhari's aid defense rejection. NBA. Others say resolution illegal. Selfish. More stories here. Stop spreading falsehood to discredit Buhari's regime. Presidency tells Kuka.
And from Premium Times, presidency attacks Father Kuka or Bishop Kuka over statement to U.S. Congress. Let's see some more. Bandits kill mobile police officers in Zamfara. Displaced Zamfara villagers returning home after governor's aide meets banditry campaign. 14 die in Osun Road accident. COVID-19 third wave. Nigerian government places 6 states FCT on red alert. INT'L, okay, yet to renew license. NCC OPEC plus agrees to increase oil production by 400,000 barrel per day. Why we didn't approve herbal medicine for COVID-19 treatment? NAFDAC. Speed limiters. FRC boss orders clampdown on articulated vehicles. One more here. NDLEA recovers 548,000 tramadol tablets. Arrests drug kingpin.
From Vanguard newspaper, while we voted for e-transmission of results with conditions, Lawan, bandits can become elected legislators and governors in Nigeria. NDLEA arrests Anambra drugs kingpin, recovers 548,000 tramadol tablets. INT'L Kabir, please mount 24-hour surveillance in Adamawa. NDD DK navigates umpires with latest solo exhibition. INT'L Kabir, COAS charges soldiers to remain apolitical. Orders provision of Hilux jeeps, special accommodation for RSMs. Kidnapped Kogi traditional ruler regains freedom. Of youth inclusion in NSIPS and the narratives of North Central Zone. Finally, from here, General Hussein Ahmed, military security agencies launch joint operation to fish out killers in Cotton Cafe, Kogi.
Let's see the Guardian newspaper for some more headlines here. Nigeria's 2022 digital switchover target uncertain as federal government slows on timeline. High prices deprive faithful of Salah celebration amid declining inflation. British Deputy Envoy lauds Nigerians' resilience despite challenges. New members get waivers as APC releases timetable guidelines. Salah ram sales at Kara Market halts movement on Lagos Ibadan. Abiodun promises rural development. Presidency dismisses critics on Buhari's appointments. Still from the Guardian, Nida Kabil, IGP promises security as FRC NEMA mobilize men. Okay, I took this one. Another one here, CCT chair sues Lawan Malami, others over his probe for alleged assault. One more, all suited up, Team Nigeria ready to go.
I'm done from here. So we'll take a break for some messages. We'll be back in a short while. Stay with us.
Titan Farms, Titan Rice, Nigeria. Homemade rice with good price. I don't want correct rice. Titan, we no get stone at all. Titan rice, better rice. Titan, you go buy your own. No. Titan rice. Oh yes, Titan rice is a non-mushy, non-sticky, and no-stone Nigerian-made rice. Titan rice is available for nationwide distribution. For inquiry, please call 0906 007 9714 or visit our website via www.titanfarms.org. You can also earn a fortune by investing with Titan Farms today and earn great returns on your investment. Incredible, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Visit our office today at Titan Farms House, opposite Motor Dealers Association car lot, Akala Express, off New Garage, Ibadan. Titan Rice, a product of Titan Farms. Better rice, I think you go buy your own. Titan Rice.
Some people have that special phone number. Sometimes it's the first number you ever had. Or that number that rhymes with your birthday. Or the number that your first girlfriend, Titi, gifted you. Now, imagine having that number taken away from you and giving to someone else, all because your line was inactive.
Oh no.
Oh my. Such painful stuff. But guess what? With Glow Always On, that won't happen because for just 500 naira, you stay connected to the Glow network even if your SIM is inactive. Now you can really rest easy and never worry about any of that because Glow Always On will keep your phone number for you. Just dial *777# and select Always On to subscribe.
ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́rìndínlógún.
ọ̀rẹ́ èmi ló dé tó ń fọ́kóló rẹ.
ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́tàdínlógún.
ọmọ dá mi lóhùn.
lẹ́yìn nǹkan tó ṣe fún mi lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá yẹn èmi náà máa ra DSTV tèmi.
ẹ ṣé torí náà ló ṣe wá ń ṣe àpamọ́ owó rẹ jọ. tó o bá ti gbọ́ yálà ẹgbẹ̀rún méjìdínlógún lé ní ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà náírà o lè ra DSTV tuntun fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà.
DSTV Biggie Ghost promo ní gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó àrà ọ̀tọ̀. ní báyìí o lè ra HD decoder dish àtowó ìwòran oṣù kan ìpele DSTV compact fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà. jẹ́ gbádùn ìkànnì ìwòran tó ju márùndínlógóje lọ pẹ̀lú eré ìdárayá bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá tó kà màmá bíbí Naija eré oníṣe WWE ìyẹn ìjà ike àgbáyé martial arts ìyẹn eré ìdárayá tìpátìkúùkù àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ yan ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá bí o bá ṣe fẹ́ lẹ́dínwó pẹ̀lú àǹfààní Biggie Ghost promo fún ìgbà díẹ̀ láǹfààní yóò fi wá o kò ní pẹ́ tán. DSTV àkókò rẹ ni.
ẹ jẹ́ n sọ fún yín pa Zainabu bó bá ti jí láàárọ̀ yóò kọ́ jẹun tó dáa yóò wá gbé pabambarì lé lórí Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 ara ti mókùnù ọpọlọ ti jí pépé iṣẹ́ yá.
lẹ́ òjò.
káàárọ̀ Zainab ìdí nù ti fi máa pegedé lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ rẹ̀.
jọ̀ọ́ bá nọwọ́ mọ̀wé hùn.
àti pàápàá ń bi eré Didion syrup of hemoglobin ní èròjà vitamin B12 nínú tí yóò mú kọ́pọlọ àtara rẹ̀ ó jí pépé ní ìgbáradì fún àṣeyọrí tí ọ̀lẹ́gbẹ́ ń gbà gbogbo. mu ṣíbí méjì Didion péré lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ṣíbí lásán tàbí kọ́ pòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ohun mímu ẹlẹ́rìndòdò tó o bá fẹ́ràn. ọ̀yá gbéra ńlẹ̀ bí akọni pẹ̀lú Didion.
To be healthy, strong and active, I say. Take
Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 agbára tí ń roni lágbára ẹ kàwé pélébé inú rẹ̀.
Different days, different roads. All na to hammer. Keep going and spice up your hustle.
Introducing the new Gala Spicy. It's big, meaty, tasty with that special Niger spicy flavor. Try it today. Available for 100 naira only. Gala Spicy. Spice up your hustle.
32 FM
94.9.
FM 94.9 for 2 minutes past 6 from our studio here. We are live on YouTube. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Go there, go like our page, and also subscribe and drop your comments and your questions. My name is Olutayo Gnade. Dele is here.
My name is Dele Adeyanju, and we have Dr. Olu Ojedokun. Doctor, good morning.
Oh, top of the day to you.
Good morning, Doctor.
Top of the day again.
All right, before we go into the stories proper, Dr. Ojedokun, I'm sure you have seen videos of Naira rain, cash, stoning of cash over the weekend in Oba. Oba was very popular. Were you there?
Well, first and foremost, I think you do a disservice to that adjective, rain. That wasn't Naira rain. That was obscene. That was basically hurling missiles. And left, right, and center, you know.
Missiles of cash.
Of cash, yes, yes. I think no, I saw it. It was obscene, and I think there are better ways in which to appreciate people. But I also think that in that same place, Oba, that's where the place is. There's so much unemployment. There's still a lot of poverty, and I would have preferred a more discreet way. Of course, you appreciate people when they're doing their parents' burial. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm saying that the way and the manner you go about it, you understand, is what I question from that point of view. But what is quite clear, some people are suggesting, but they don't have evidence, that for people to be engaged in such display, ostentatious display, reckless display, maybe the source of their wealth is questionable. We don't have any evidence to suggest that, but that's what some people are saying.
What I thought the CBN just last month said, if you spray the Naira notes, you go to jail.
Well, it's a criminal offense, of course, if you spray. But some of them may even suggest they're not even spraying, hurling cash, throwing it away. It's the same thing. You're desecrating the money. The point is that spraying started probably in the southwest, but it used to be in a more restrained manner. stylishly and that sort of thing. But what we're getting now is just no. It's unspeakable. They even go to churches now. You understand? Yeah. I don't know whether the mosque has been spared, but they certainly go to churches and they do the same display. And some ministers tolerate it. Well, anyway, we're in Nigeria, aren't we?
All right. To the stories proper now. We have a report from Oyo State. Over the weekend, we heard a report that some people in customs uniform, I'm not sure if the customs department has come out to say that they actually went to Igongo and some other parts. But a report just came out now. Southwest PDP dismisses opening of... okay, that's not the story. Some monarchs are saying that Sheyi Makinde is not taking security very seriously. I'll try to find out that story.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think that's an issue. I heard the story myself where people were fired on, and of course they said attributed it to the customs. And I think the customs has refuted the fact that they went there. So what's going on exactly? Is it the same old...
But Taiwo Adisa in a statement said that it was the customs.
Yes, that's what he said, but some people are disputing that narrative. And I think it needs to be investigated to see whether indeed it was the customs. And if it was indeed the customs, why are they going to Ganga? Why are they going to those areas? You understand? Why are they firing at that point? Was their life under threat? Were they engaging with combatants? I think questions has to be asked and it has to be investigated. And I think, yes, there's a descent into violence, but I don't think we should allow the violence to consume us.
Or is it still reprisal?
Well, that's what some people are suggesting. That's why I said there's a doubt as to whether it was customs, whether it's people of a different coloration, maybe herdsmen disguising from that point of view. We hope not, and if it is, then it beholds on the federal government or whoever is controlling the security apparatus to put a halt to it and to put a halt to it now.
All right, from Daily Trust, bullets alone can't stop bandits. Jonathan tells federal government. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has said bullets and other forces of arms alone cannot stop armed robbery, banditry, and other forms of criminality in the country. Jonathan, according to him, tackling crimes and criminology requires top quality programs of government, technology, and other tactics. He made a statement the birthday and Thanksgiving communion for Osita Chidoka, and he also said, the day the gentleman was born was the day the nation first witnessed, the execution of a robber.
Well, some might say he's very rich coming from President Jonathan because when he was indeed in the saddle, he was unable to come up with creative and innovative ways to deal with the Boko Haram particularly. We didn't have the upsurge of bandits. And of course, even though there were herdsmen issues, it wasn't on the scale that we presently experience. But he is true, he is correct. We must not kill the messenger. It's correct that you cannot just deploy bullets and weaponry. Of course, you have to have them. There's intelligence, there's the social economic programs. You have to deal with education. You have to have massive investment in the right areas there, or else you're going to get an army of unemployed who are willing recruits for many of these banditry that we are beginning to experience. The root causes have to be identified, they have to be addressed, and they have to be resolved.
This is a big issue for us in the country. As we speak, 15 policemen, 10 bandits killed in Zamfara, Niger attacks that we have from Daily Trust.
Yes, it's clearly unrelenting. There's no indication that the federal government has got a clue, has been able to resolve, or is managing it. And these are the sort of things that, you understand, that whilst we must not glamorize, you understand, we must find solutions. And part of finding the solutions is exposing them, exposing the weaknesses, and exposing the fact that these people are still operating on a large scale. But I think more importantly is what are the police doing with intelligence? What are they doing with drones? What are they doing with technology? How can they allow themselves, you understand, to be 15 killed, 10 bandits, which means that they're getting the upper hand with the police? Is it that our police are not well equipped? And some people would argue that the descent of our police to this level started in 1984. When the military regime of a certain person came in, you understand, and because the police resisted to a certain extent, they said take over the government, they paid a very terrible price. I hope that's not true, but some people are saying that the police still remains underfunded, and that's why we're having this issue. My view is that we have a federal police. What we need is regional police.
Doctor, why are some people comparing our situation at the moment to Liberia's Samuel Doe's Liberia when it comes to nepotism and all that?
Well, you remember that the Liberians, the Americo-Liberians, were the ones ruling Liberia for years. The Talbots and so on and so Turmans and the Talbots. In other words, those are ex-slaves that came from America that America brought and put there to rule Liberia. And Kran, Samuel Joe was a Kran, yes, that was his tribe. And that was the first time indigenous people, you understand, had a go at governance there. And of course, when he got in, not only did he execute and kill many of those Americo-Liberians, he put many of his own people there because those were the people that he knew. And it was that brought other tribes, you understand, local tribes. He didn't unite local tribes. He brought other tribes against his tribe. And of course, the American-Liberians, they fled in any case, and they met up for size in the name of Charles Taylor, when they came back. And so, if one tribe is being privileged over the others, then it's a basis, not for unity. It's a basis for disunity. And I think that's why people are drawing a parallel. But our situation is far more complex than Liberia.
It's far more complex.
Yes, we have more tribes. We have more population. The land area is massive. Liberia is just a microcosm when we are looking at the population of Nigeria. So I think we should tread carefully so that we don't go down that route.
All right, from Daily Trust, Governor Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State has given his own perspective about the stand of the Southern governors on 2023 presidency. At a meeting they held in Asaba, Delta State capital, 2 months ago, the governors had said their region must produce the next president. But let's listen to Bagudu here. He says, well, he spoke on insecurity in the country, he spoke about the ruling party and some other things, but he feels differently about the position of the Southern governors.
Well, most from the north would seem to appear differently because, as I've said before, politics in Nigeria today, the political parties are not about ideology, vision, or programs. They're about the acquisition and the maintenance of power. So, of course, I'm not surprised that Bagudu is speaking differently. But at the end of the day, if you want equity here, if you want fairness, the Southern governors are saying that power has to rotate from that point of view. My own view is that I really don't care where power comes from, insofar as we have competent and good governance. But if a particular area is ruling the country and there's no competence and there's violence consuming the land and law and order, you understand, cannot be maintained, then why not give other opportunities to other parts of the country, from that point of view. But I also think that we have a delicate position where some people are suggesting, I'm not saying it's true, but people are suggesting that the present government is privileging some sections, in fact, some tribes over the other. So what we need to do is we need to dispel that in the next election. And maybe the only way to do that is to be able to rezone.
And conversations around Muslim-Christian balancing, particularly when it comes to appointments in this country?
Well, it's an issue that has been raised, but you see, I'm not so much concerned. I'm concerned when some positions seem to have been, privileged, for some particular religion. But I think there's a complex issue here because we have Muslims sometimes, and we have the Northerners, and we have the Southerners, and we have the Yoruba. But even in the South, don't we have many Muslims? You see, so I think we need to be very careful when we talk about Muslim Christian.
We don't even recognize the traditionalists anymore. This is not fair on these people.
We don't.
Some don't believe in either Muhammad or Jesus.
Some don't. It's significant. In fact, it's like a significant population. The Wale Soyinkas and so on and so forth. Sorry to mention a particular name. He doesn't believe in either. And there are many of the people that don't. So I don't think it's a fundamental issue.
The more reason we say we shouldn't trump, religion or ethnicity in making, strong decisions in this country.
I agree to a great extent. But the reality of it is that some people see things through the prism of religion from that point of view. And I think that issue is raised as a scare most of the time. But my own view is that it doesn't matter what religion that you have. What matters is the policies that come out from you. Are the policies fair? Are they equitable, and are they for Nigeria, from that point of view. And I like the statement that President Buhari made when he first came in, that I belong to no one. I belong to.
Even though it wasn't his original statement. Anyway, we know that. Presidency dismisses critics on Buhari's appointment. Dele is looking at me. It's not his original statement. Took it from a particular person. So,
but he made the statement.
I hope the life of that statement, the president himself is living it out.
Yes, that's our prayer and that's our belief, because that statement will come back to haunt him. If after 8 years, you understand, there's more disunity and we are not united as a nation.
All right, Dr. Yadoko, tomorrow, 20th of July, It sets as a day that the Federal High Court in Abuja will hear the case of arrested Igbo 12. Now, I asked the question: is tomorrow not a public holiday?
Of course, it's a public holiday, and if it's a public holiday, the courts cannot sit on a public holiday. So there's a problem here, and I don't know how it's going to be resolved. But what is clear is that if it's declared a public holiday, the courts will not sit and cannot sit.
Are they trying to play some pranks about this case?
Well, what I thought is that this date was set before the public holiday was declared. Remember that the Muslims operated lunar calendar, and so sometimes it shifts. It could have been Wednesday, it could have been Thursday. So I think they just haven't caught up. And I think text would normally what happens to us lawyers is that we get text from the High Court to say the case has been adjourned. I expect this to be adjourned, of course. But what is good news at least is that they are at least being charged.
Okay.
Our concern was that they were not being charged or not being arraigned before the court.
And I have to say this: 2 judges initially declined to take up the suit when it was assigned to the court before it was taken up by Justice Obiora Iguatu. Now, why would judges want to run away from that?
No, there could be a variety of reasons.
Maybe they have too many cases too.
Normally, if the chief judge, yes, they could have many cases. If the chief judge assigns a case to a judge, normally they don't have the option, except, you understand, they have interest. Except they have interest, they have bias. You cannot be a judge in your own case or in your own cause. And so the indication might be some of them have to recluse themselves because they have an interest, or really the issues concerned go to the question of whether they will be fair or not. So I think maybe it touches on that.
All right. We'll take a break for some messages. When we come back, we continue with headline stories.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí, egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni, ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneto cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà ti gbàlódé. NAFDAC Fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneto cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà. Ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
This is mastery. It exists in the little things. Better said, it exists in the dual things. The things you now do effortlessly. Like that fashion shoot, building that site, creating that dress, writing that TV script, making that dish, braiding that hair, painting that canvas or face, owning your skills. If you could master any of these and more, then you can master Forex. Master the art of Forex trading with OctaFX. Visit octafx.com/mastery and start your journey to mastery.
Ever thought about how movies always have soundtracks to epic moments? So, tell me, what sounds do you hear when you know you're going to hit that target, shatter the ceiling? It probably sounds something like this.
Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Sounds like Daniel Milk cheering you on, doesn't it? Arla Dano, available in many variants to nourish you every step of the way.
Hello, good afternoon. How may I help you, please?
Yes, I would like to buy data to watch plenty videos. You know now, music, sports, in short, everything on YouTube.
What is your budget, sir?
As low as possible.
Well, how does 50 naira for an hour sound?
50 naira for 1 hour? Ha! Talk true!
Yes, with Glow YouTube plan, you can stream all your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira.
Hey, what do I do?
Simply dial *777# to get started.
Get the super affordable YouTube time-based plans from Glow and start feasting on your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira for 1 hour during the day and 50 naira for 5 hours at night. Dial *777#, select data, select social bundle, and select YouTube to choose the Glow YouTube plan that's just right for you.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back. Thank you, dear listener, for being there. Yes, on YouTube, we can see you, Namlola Bodunri. Thank you for your comment. Bimbo Ajinibi, thank you for your comments. You can also go to our YouTube page and drop your comment and your question for either the analyst, of course, or the team on the program. It's the Brekadon newspaper review.
Writer Dr. Jadoko, e-transmission of results. Buhari's aid defense rejection. NBA others say resolution illegal. Selfish. Do you have that same headline?
Well, I have something here too. Let's see. On electronic transmission, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll look for it. Okay, high drama in NAS over electronic transmission of election results.
Well, let's go for the premise already, which is being denied by people like Senator Okpayemi Bandele and so on, is that they didn't reject the electoral transmission of results. But if you look at that heading, it's about the rejection. I think my concern is that the INEC has constitutional right to be independent and can decide its operations and the way that it should proceed. And what the National Assembly has done is they've tied up INEC in some ropes. They've tied them up with NCC, which is an agency of the federal government, and they are going to decide whether INEC should be able to do their jobs or not. NCC is being headed by political appointees. But the second aspect of it, which is worrying, is that a legislative arm of government is hamstringing INEC because they will still have to come to to the NAS for approval. From that point of view, where does it happen? Where's the concept of separation of powers? I think they're confused. I think the people that drew up that amendment are very confused. They didn't want to, in my opinion, be seen to be against the electoral transmission, and they needed a way out. And the only way out they had was to booby trap the whole process with a string of conditions. Those conditions are unconstitutional. If you can have transmission by the internet or whatever of results, jam results, of UTME, of other things. If we could have a POS, or what do we call them this day? I'm not going to mention because they are branded, with POS all over the place, in villages, and so on and so forth. Well, what's the problem with the electoral transmission? And INEC itself, and NCC itself, commissioned the report, and that report suggested that electoral transmission of results, you understand, is feasible, and that most areas will be able to do it. So what then is the problem? Some people have suggested that some people have a preconceived agenda. So I think it's rather unfortunate that we've gone about an amendment which is unconstitutional, and they were going to come back to the courts to resolve this.
There's another report here about that transmission. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, on Friday told members of the House of Representatives that less than 50% of the country enjoys 3G internet coverage, for which electronic transmission of results could rely on. The Commission said this when it appeared before the House of Reps. So somehow they're trying to tell us why it won't fly.
Yes, somehow they're trying to backtrack because there was an initial report. But let's go with this report that it wouldn't fly because of 50%. I think the job of the National Assembly is to make law and to ensure that the laws that it makes are workable from that point of view. But I don't think it's the job of the National Assembly to subject INEC, you understand, to NCC. They shouldn't be doing that. They should make a position clear. Either they want electoral transmission or electronic transmission. I keep on saying electoral transmission, or they don't want it. Rather than strapping around all these conditions from that point of view. That report, anyway, I also would doubt the authenticity because this is a federal government appointed body and it's controlled by a political party. So I would rather prefer, I'm sorry to say.
Are we really even talking about 3G network here or 2G?
No, 2G does it. 2G does it. You understand?
Even 1G?
Yes, thank you, sir. Even 1G does it. So I think what they're trying to do is muddy the waters and to provide justification for an incomprehensible decision that was made. I think at the end of the day, you understand, the APC has to prove to us that the reason that they rejected this electronic transmission of result is not because they have a preconceived agenda, that they want accountability and they want transparency. They have to come out clearly and they have to provide us a basis for why it was rejected.
And the senators who were absent during the e-transmission debates, where did they go to?
Well, I think they've been given some excuses, but I think it's a disgrace. I think we pay this senator so much money, millions and millions, and when it comes to crucial things that can determine, the fate of our democracy, they decide to go AWOL. I think their salary should be deducted. You understand? Yes, for the citizens that they miss, it should be deducted. But unfortunately, there are no consequences, and that's why they get away with it.
We have a lot of them.
Although from the look of
there were 28 right. Decided. Imagine
from the south,
if those 28, voted for electronic transmission of results, it would have counterbalanced the 56 or so, 28 plus 28, but many of them went AWOL, and these are people, you understand, who come, some of them from the southeast, some of them from the southwest, the north as a whole, you understand, they're ensured, you understand, that they're present, they were very coercive, but in the south, no way.
Now, if we're talking about constitutional amendment and we have these clauses which doesn't actually go down well with Nigerians, and if we have it across board, will a new constitutional amendment be a solution to Nigeria's problem? Because we keep having controversial clauses.
Well, if there are fundamental constitutional amendments, yes, they could resolve our issues. If constitutional amendment brings in regionalism, if it brings in regional police, if it brings in decentralization from the center, if it brings in reordering the exclusive list so that many of their functions go to the concurrent list and the residual, then yes, it will make a difference. But if it's just cosmetic things all over the place, we are going to be in the same hole. I'm not going to use the word that people use, but we're going to be in the same hole for a long time.
All right. Yes. Okay. The All Workers Convergence (AWC) has appealed to the Nigerians not to allow President Muhammadu Buhari-led government to censor the media. The bill, sponsored by Olusegun Odebumi, chairman of House of Representatives Committee on Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values, are already at the public hearing stage, and it's all about people are saying that it's gagging the media.
Well, I'm a bit confused there. There's no evidence from the presidency directly that they are gagging anybody. They are not doing it directly, But I think the concern of people is that the hand of Esau, the unseen hand, the unseen hand behind some instructions that are or directives that have been given. I think that Nigeria is in a delicate position. I think the territorial integrity of Nigeria must be protected. I think glamorous statements, glamorous in violence and terrorism and so on should be rejected. I think that.
So the codes are not sufficient again?
Sir?
The codes are not sufficient anymore?
Well, the
codes guiding, the professional conduct.
The codes are sufficient. So we don't need any further clarification or additional codes. Those codes have worked in the past. I think most media houses have been responsible. I think most media houses handle these sensitive issues with care and with deep analysis. But for you now to bring another layer, you have to ask the question, are you going to be giving me a manual as an analyst? Am I going to get a manual from relevant bodies? No. You must allow, in a country where freedom of expression is guaranteed, for people to be able to sail. Sometimes they may sail close to the wind, but don't go past it. You understand? From my point of view.
Boris Johnson said that they're going to clamp down on Twitter and all that, and they're going to, as a result of the football match you lost. Sorry, that England lost.
Yes. Well, even his clamping down will be subject to limits, and Boris Johnson is one man. Boris Johnson can say what he wants, but what's going to operate as far as the law of Britain is concerned is a different matter entirely. But of course, when things
it's about hate speech too.
Well, it's about hate speech, and it's about, but I think what the government has done is they've identified those people that have given the hate speech. They've been banned for life from football matches, and I think that's the appropriate response. You can't stop people from hatred, but you can stop them, from ventilating it.
But in Nigeria, people just go on social media to write all sorts of rubbish, call people names when you are not on the same page with them.
Yes, they do that, you understand. But are you saying that the solution is to ban them entirely from Twitter or ban them entirely from Facebook or YouTube? I don't think that's the solution. I think it's to make it uncomfortable for them in a way, you understand, that they don't find it.
But we are staying out of Twitter for too long.
Oh, we are getting used to it now.
Yeah, well, some people are getting used to it. I mean, there's some of us, you have other ways around it, you understand? We go to other countries and we do it from other countries.
That there is e-voting in DRC.
Of course there's e-voting in DRC. Of course there's e-voting.
Zambia.
Of course there's e-voting there. But in Nigeria, the giant of Africa, in Nigeria, the largest economy in the world, the pride of Africa.
The lines are open now. 009 7949 0705 5949 to call and join the conversation in the studio. You can also go on our YouTube and drop your comments there. 32FM 949 Ibadan on YouTube. We'll take our first call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
If you can't hear me, I can. Can you hear me now?
Very well.
Okay, fine. This is Comrade Omolulu, 80 from Agbo. You read an headline about a drug kingpin who was arrested by NDNE. It's a kudos work today, but I want us to observe that there is a strong nexus between the high rate of crime and the high drug intake in our society. Because I am getting concerned the rate at which our youth, who are the leaders, are getting consuming cannabis daily. And there is a strong link with the high rate of crime that I've said before. Because if you remain silent and we don't address this issue in time, there could be explosion. And I want to call on our lawmaker, both at the national and state, to please pass a bill that will compulsory, the danger of the compulsory drug education in all schools, so that we can bring it to a minimal level, so that the high rate of crime can be reduced in our society. Have a nice day all. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Adeshi Yabrola from UI.
Right.
Pastor Oyedepo said he won Nigeria. That was how many of us were warning. Especially the elites, they were inside their room speaking English. We don't even come to the town and even particularize and vote for them. Giving us theory. We can now see now. That's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is the voting pattern of the electronic or not electronic. The way they voted, I like it. Because what they don't understand is that those senators now, and that's why you see most of these people that are reporting to the party. They have told them how the election is going to be held, and they're going to be disappointed because it is Nigeria. It's only the election did not take place, or the will of the country comes to pass. But the beauty of it is that most of those senators, they will lose primaries and they will come to the opposition. They will not be victims of that in the past. Let's have the best of today.
Thank you for your call there. 009 7949 0705 5949. Library TV. How will you say electronic voting or results transmission will make our election credible when 50% of the polling booths don't have internet? Electronic result transmission will only create or result in chaos. That's according to Library TV on YouTube. Hello, good morning.
Doctor wants to make some.
I wanted to interrogate that statement. That's not correct. It says 3G. 3G. You know, it doesn't say that 50% of the polling booths will not have access to the internet to be able to transmit.
All right. 0705 5949 0809 7949. As we await the other calls, we'll take a break for our last messages.
Some people have that special phone number. Sometimes it's the first number you ever had, or that number that rhymes with your birthday. or the number that your first girlfriend, Titi, gifted you? Now, imagine having that number taken away from you and giving to someone else, all because your line was inactive.
Oh no.
Oh my, such painful stuff. But guess what? With Glow Always On, that won't happen, because for just 500 naira, you stay connected to the Glow network even if your SIM is inactive. Now you can really rest easy and never worry about any of that, because Glow Always On will keep your phone number for you. Just dial *777# and select Always On to subscribe.
Say you won't find wetin fit you wella. The correct babe or bobo. Work we go bring out your talent. I been at the correct mattress wey fit your kind body, age, way of life and pockets. Make you go www.mocha.com/buy right or any Mocha shop go find the Mocha way good for you. Medical experts then stamp am bam. Mocha they give your body the support where you need so that you go wake up with kampe body where they ready for everyday work. Mocha, it dey make life better.
Mom, Dad, have you heard about Oduduwa Valley Youth Sport Association? If you want to participate in Oduduwa Valley Youth Boys and Girls Football League, the student must be between the age of 3 to 17, from Basic 1 to 6 and GSS 1 to SS3. Students are placed on teams according to area and availability. Games are typically on Saturday between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. depending on your schedule. During summer vacations, 2 scheduled games per week. Schools involved are ISI, Lead City, Bodija International Schools, and more. The registration fee is 12,000 naira per student. Jerseys are included. Registration opens for 1st of June and ends last week of July. League begins first week of August and runs for 10 weeks. If you want to register for this season or you want your school to get involved, call, text, or WhatsApp 081-429-00377 or 081-149-72442. Register now. Play hard, play fair, have fun.
8 times 500 naira, 4,000 naira. 8 times 5,000. Hi!
Abeg, where una dey see this money?
Money care. Now the ogbonge bonus wey dey sama me as I buy new SIM card o. See then they give me double data subscription plus 8 times a woof anytime I recharge.
Oh boy, what's up for me now?
You know say you fit buy SIM card now for any accredited Airtel shop, ba? Just go there with your NIN, just like that.
Sure guy.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
On a cool day, what do you want to do?
Make you spice up your life.
As in, collect as it hot. And chilled Sprite to take cool body.
Give your favorite pepper meal that extra vibe with a chilled bottle of Sprite, now in a new bottle. Enjoy the refreshing lemon lime taste of Sprite no matter the heat.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Assalamualaikum.
009-7000-949 705-5000-949 to join the conversation on the Break of Dawn paper review. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name, please.
Dr. Dili and Tayo. I'm saying I'm not surprised about Bishop People's statement. He's part of people that broke peace between Obasanjo and people. Which is Obasanjo's book, page 44. He's not part of the people. It's not part of the preachers that destroy Nigeria with their prosperity preaching, that people should make money at all costs. Number 2, Tayo, please read the Ibadan Monarch and our governor's story. Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I want to speak with GRA.
0705 500949 or 0809 700949. Those are the numbers to call, and you can drop your headline on YouTube. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, this is John. I know that you're hearing me, Tayo.
Yeah,
Doctor, good morning.
Morning.
I'm calling from Ibadan here. Please, Tayo, I want to pass an information to you. At Mokola under bridge, there are bad boys that are collecting food from people. They don't hide themselves. They are there in the daytime. Please, please, I know that the state authorities are listening to this program. Or you people should pass this information. It's very, very important. I witnessed it on Friday. They are there even on Saturday. Thank you.
Well, that's criminality, of course, and of course people are raising the height of insecurity in Oyo State. We hope that there will be a response, but more importantly, what are we doing about the social economic factors leading to this? That's not an excuse for criminality. It must, of course, be addressed.
And that place is just like a pole to a police station.
Yes, it's not too far at all. That's why one is a bit surprised as to how criminality can be occurring under the noses of the people that are supposed to protect us.
All right, and from Oyo Insight, the Ibadan Traditional Council has laid the blame for the worsening insecurity in Oyo State at the doorstep of Governor Seyi Makinde. That's what we have here from Oyo Insight, advising him to change tactics before it is too late.
Well, there has to be some self-correction from the government. The government, of course, is making strides in other areas. But in terms of security, many of us have suggested that he's lost his grip. He doesn't seem to have mastered it, nor does he seem to understand it. And he has competent aides like Fatai Osheni. So I don't know exactly what's going on. I think the governor has to re-strategize, sit down, and see what the problem is. Is the problem that he hasn't got a police that he can command?
They accuse him of, one-man management style, which cannot work.
Well, that's been his style in other things. Areas where he's made good progress, he's been one man. But in terms of security, you cannot one-man the show. You have to bring other people on board, and you have to ensure that they're on board.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everybody in the house.
Morning.
Thank you. This is John Larwaju from Aduo. On the issue of e-voting and e-transmission, I think the telecom communication has come out and denied that they cannot be able to transfer the election. So electronic, definitely. What the House of Assembly are trying to say, it means that they are not telling us the truth. So because telecom operators has come out and denied it. So definitely they are not telling Nigeria the truth. That's for that one. And for the Oyo State, the news, the writer stated that traditional monarch, we do have Ibadan traditional monarch because court are put ahead to those the monarch that we have in the time of the former Governor Ajumobi. We only have one monarch in Ibadan, which is Olubadan. That's for that one. They need to put that story in the right direction. And then for accusing Mr. Governor, my question is this: the attack that happened in Igangan very recent, where is the police? We don't hear the mention of the police there. It's only Amotekun. Don't we have the police around that place? Even the people of Igangan allege the police that when the governor visited the place, when the commissioner of Oyo State visited the place, he assured them that anytime these people come, they should call the police. And they said that they called the police, and the police didn't respond. Why are we put everything on the governor? Where's the police?
Where's the police?
First and foremost, I disagree that
we Good morning.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Let's take this call, then you react. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Bayo.
Yes, good morning to you.
This is Bayo from Ruby.
Go on, Bayo.
Yeah, good morning to you, doctor. Yes. I want to talk with the way of my brother, Glass Scholar. You see, yes. Yorùbá the tí ìkan bàjẹ́ olórí la máa pè. Yes, it's good. Let us continue to be calling Seyi. But people that perpetrate this evil act, they will say, okay, after all, when we call this problem, it is the government that we will blame. Let all of us team up together to fight this criminality. Let me give you a look at what the guy that just called about Mokola daytime. My brother, just watch daytime. The governor is in his office or in his house. We have police station there. We have people there. Then what is the problem? Let us think about that. If you not say that every day, governor, then you continue to do this. We should come out.
Yes, just that issue. First and foremost, let me question the narrative that there is one monarch in Ibadan. There is not any monarch in Ibadan. There is a traditional ruler in Ibadan from that point of view. Secondly, we talked about traditional council. It's not a council of monarchs, so I think the earlier caller got that wrong from that point of view. But whatever it is, the points that they've raised are still relevant. We need to be able to address it, and we need to be able to resolve it.
Yeah, they consist of Olubadan Council, family heads.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm John Njoku. The issue raised by Mr. John around Okola roundabout is the police aware? Because I wonder if people could be robbing people of their threats and we have a sort of policemen there, then something is wrong. I doubt if the policemen are aware. And so maybe he should be able to inform the police about the incident. I am not aware of what is happening there. But it will be better that we let the security agency to know. And then I want to say that those who are against electronic transmission of results are by themselves anti-democratic. Because I wonder that unless we go to the NCC to know if electronic transmission will be possible, then the same manner will then inform the National Assembly, who will later discuss whether to adopt electronic transmission or not. These members also participants or are interested in their party winning the election, thereby making them judges in their own cause. This is against the principle of natural justice and is inconsistent with the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Indeed, members of National Assembly have by this episode started collecting their 2023 results. It is unfortunate that the majority of Nigeria would prefer electronic transmission, and so majority of members are not interested in pursuing matters which is serve as catalyst for Nigeria growth agenda. Instead, they are winning Nigerian democracy into the mortuary. I'm John Njoku.
All right, thank you, John Njoku. We'll take a few more calls before, just one more call. 0705 5949 or 0809 7949. That's our last call coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I lost it. 0705 5949 0809 7949. As we start to wrap up gradually. Tyre.
Right, one last one from Dr. Jeduko.
I think that we've made tremendous progress as far as democracy is concerned. I'm not one of those who believe we have a democracy, but we made progress. But I think what happened in the National Assembly last week has turned back the clock by about 20 years.
Or 30.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for being part of our program. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. My name is Dele Adeyoju. Thank you for your time with us.
My name is Olutayo Ogunade. Please join Aunty Yellow at 7 on Smart Kids Show. Good morning to you.
the station admired by other radio stations.
Yes, we are.
32 FM 94.9.
We can bet that you've never listened to radio like this before.
You can bet that you've never listened to radio like this before. It's the voice of happiness. 32 FM 94.9.
My name is Chinedu Abundance. I am 11 years old. I listen to Smart Kids so I can gain more knowledge about what is happening in the world. You should.